Siblings are two or more children with one or two parents in common, whether that is the mother or the father. Sibling communication is verbal and nonverbal interactions between siblings. 80% of Americans have siblings, but 100% of Americans can see the effects of sibling communication. Today, I will talk about my experiences with sibling communication. I will then talk about how sibling communication helps develop individualized trust, as well as why sibling relationships are so strong and how it varies and changes over time. I chose sibling communication because it is a part of my life. I have a little brother. I talk to my brother differently than I do with my parents, but I also see the effects of sibling communication at work. Lots of kids there have different siblings that train with them. In the book, Sibling Relationships Across the Lifespan, it states that sibling relationships are much stronger and last longer than non-familiar relationships. I was interested in why they lasted longer than others. Differences in communication. I talk to my parents differently than I talk to my brother. I tend to be a little bit more bossy with my brother, but I talk respectfully to my parents. Sibling communication can have different outcomes. It can have positive outcomes, like wanting to go out and have fun with your sibling, but it can also have negative outcomes, like getting into an argument and not wanting to talk to one another. Around 80% of Americans have siblings, whether one has a sibling or not, with notable differences on how interactions with a sibling versus a family member or friend. I talk to my brother differently than I talk to my parents. Like I said, I tend to be bossy with my brother, but I can also be fun with him. With my parents, I tend to be more respectable and well-mannered. Older siblings always want their younger siblings to follow into their footsteps. They want to be the role model. Younger siblings always want to be just like their older ones. They want to be just like them. This communication is important in developing individualized trust, which is trusting someone yourself without the pressure of others. The journal Communication Research Report says, "Our sibling is the most important person to develop individualized trust with. We talk to them about everything, the good and the bad, the happy and the sad. They're always there for us. We tell everything to them." Our relationship with our sibling is, if not, one of the strongest relationships we will ever have. The book, Sibling Relationships Across the Lifespan, says our relationship with our sibling will last longer than any other relationship we will ever have, like other family members, friends, and even spouses. Not only will it last longer, but it will be much stronger. The reason for this is because these relationships start at a much younger age. The book, Sibling Relationships Across the Lifespan, says that these relationships are much more intimate. Because of the intimacy, we make a stronger effort to keep in contact. If you have a distance between you and your sibling, you keep in contact with letters, phone calls, and even social media. Change can happen over time, based on age difference, and gender. Me and my brother have a 10-year age difference. This can get in the way sometimes, but we don't let that stop us. Friends go closer as they grow older. Conversations can tend to be more aggressive, which means that they become closer over time. But sibling relationships always stay the same, and they tend to grow closer as they grow older, as well as the friendship. Sibling communication has many impacts on our lives. Although our siblings may aggravate us and annoy us, our sibling is the biggest factor in making us the person we are today. Our trust is used and built through sibling communication, and it guides our personal interaction with others. No matter the distance, we will always try to communicate with our siblings. Sibling communication never ends.